Iran. Student protests for a fourth straight day. On Tuesday, students at the University of Tehran Department of Medicine gathered in protest in front of the university mosque and chanted anti-regime slogans, including "The IRGC commits crimes, leader supports it," "We did not sacrifice just to surrender and praise a murderous leader," and "Political prisoners must be freed." Maryam Rajavi, president-elect of the National Council of Resistance of Iran, praised the protesting students and called on all people, especially the youth, to support them. She urged the United Nations Secretary-General, the UN Security Council, the European Union member states, and all international organs supporting human rights to condemn the vicious suppression of protests by the people and students in Iran, to take immediate steps to free detainees, and to send an international delegation to visit prisons and prisoners arrested during the uprising. Iran judiciary official: 30 protesters arrested amid recent protests. A judiciary official announced that 30 people were arrested during the vigils and protests over the military's downing of a Ukrainian plane, killing all 176 people on board. During a news conference, the judiciary spokesman, Gholam Hossein Esmaili, announced that 30 people have been arrested so far. Several university students are among those arrested. Another protester detained during Iran protests tortured to death. A man detained during Iran's nationwide protests in the western city of Shah was tortured to death, a Kurdish human rights group said Monday. According to the report, the body of the man, identified as Nada Razi Abtaf, was delivered to his family on December 29th. Abtaf was arrested by security agents in Jaffa Abad district on November 16th during protests that erupted after the regime tripled the price of fuel. After that, his family were not given any information about his whereabouts. The report said that 3 sources close to his family confirmed his arrest and subsequent death under torture. Iran. 104th woman executed during Rouhani's tenure. A woman named Sarah M. was executed in Mashhad prison. The execution was announced in state media on January 14th. In 2016, Sarah M. was sent to the prison at the age of 32. The execution was carried out last week. The 35-year-old was executed after spending 3 years on death row. The state media have not announced the exact date of execution. With this execution, the total number of women executed during Rouhani's tenure reaches 104. This is the first execution of women in 2020, which has been announced in the state media. In 2019, the regime hanged 16 women in tandem with increasing suppression and executions in Iran.